So a while ago, I was able to procure a film called Juno. You know, the film released in 2007 that had so many people all riled up. Believe me, I'm not kidding. The praise for this film was ubiquitous, so you can imagine how curious I was concerning it. Once I had finished viewing it, all I could say was, wow, that sucked. What a disappointment that movie was. And maybe it wouldn't be so if the comments weren't so misleading. Seriously, delightful, smart, funny? This film didn't make me laugh once. And I don't want to see any claims that it's a smart kind of humor that I don't understand. The plot was thin, the characters were annoying, Michael Cera is the most monotonous thing on films these days, and Juno herself was an exasperating wreck. Juno is the perfect example of an overrated piece of work. Maybe I'm exaggerating here, but it's not that it was bad, it was just disappointing. Then I thought to myself, what is a truly delightful, smart film with memorable performances about a kid that is just trying to overcome the obstacles of her life? Ah, there we go. Matilda. Released in 1996, this is one of those films that I'm surprised not too many people remember, or even saw for that matter. But mark my words when I say, this is a truly great family film. It is basically about a young girl named Matilda, played by Mara Wilson, who was born into the least compatible family imaginable, ostentatious, conceited, and overall indifferent. The film traces her life from infancy to the middle of her 6th year, and pretty much from the start she's established as a sharp, surprisingly self-sufficient kid. If she needs breakfast, she cooks it. If she intends to read a book, she walks the 10 blocks to the library. She's immediately likable and apparently enduring, as is demonstrated by how she deals with the treatment she receives from her family. It makes the audience sympathize with Matilda and look forward to whatever solution is achieved at the end. It makes for an interesting premise that fully enables the audience to see the film from the perspective of a child, the same method implemented in the novel the film is based on. The other performances are consistently strong. Danny DeVito and Rhea Perlman portray Harry and Zinni Wormwood, Matilda's parents, with such a delightfully pretentious zeal that you can't help but chuckle at their antics. It establishes them well, and even though the characters themselves demonstrate despicable behavior, you still enjoy watching them because they provide a good deal of laughs. But my favorite performance in the film is that of Pam Ferris as Miss Trunchbull. Now we've all been through that first day of school when we're afraid that the staff members will be unsympathetic and cruel. Take that early image of a mean principal, multiply it by 10, and you get Miss Trunchbull. This character is the quintessential fear of all elementary school students, which is appropriate considering the perspective the film presents for its audience. Intimidating and unfathomably stern, this is one of the most frightening movie villains I've ever seen in a family film. If she catches you performing a prank, she locks you in a confined space. If you pose a distraction to her lessons, she throws you out the window. Paradoxically, she also provides some of the film's funnier moments, although it is all dark humor that you'll probably have to get used to. Pam Ferris was perfect for this role, delivering every single line perfectly and fully adapting to Miss Trunchbull's unique syntax. And to this day I wonder why this performance was not nominated for an Oscar. As for its tone, while this is a mostly light-hearted film, it does have its more intense moments, although I honestly think this helps to heighten the stakes at the end. As I've implied several times, the film really is funny, and contains a sufficiently sharp script to entertain adults as well as children, making this one of the best comedies I've ever seen, as well as one of the best family films. Most entries in these genres are not notable for quality, but Matilda is one of the few that boasts respectable production values. The casting, the settings, the music all work together effectively and translate the feel of the book well. Many of the sequences in the film, such as Matilda switching Harry's tonic and the school assembly, really stand alone and give the film an appropriate pace that draws the audience in and helps you appreciate the progress of the narrative. It's not the most realistic film, but that clearly was never the goal intended. This is a film that enables you to see a tale through the eyes of a child in an obstructive world, where most authorities are unsympathetic and the primary motivations are a few friends and your own inner strength. If you enjoy such films as Stuart Little, Willy Wonka, James and the Giant Peach, or more recently, the Fantastic Mr. Fox, then you'll probably enjoy this one as well. Although if you're used to complex, convention-challenging works, then you'll be sorely disappointed. But then again, I'd still recommend it because sometimes it's good to view something a little more straightforward that will leave you with a good feeling at the end.